everyone. How are y'all doing? All right, let's see if I can get this to work. Okay, can I get it to work? Welcome to the house. I haven't been out here since I did a salsa stream. So welcome on in, everyone. What was that? Did I just press something? Okay. So I'm trying to work with this with just one screen. So I'm very, very hopeful that I can get everything to work. If you see anything pop up that you're like, hey, that's not supposed to be there, just let me know and I will try my best. But Hi, you're first. I'm first. Hello. Oh, hey, you're first. Remi's like right under my feet. Are you helping me today? Are you gonna help me today? She's like, yeah, I'm totally gonna help you. She is being adorable. Do you want to say hello to everyone? Can you say hello? Here, come say hello. Can you say hello? Yeah, I know I have cords everywhere. She's like, we're not used to all this. You can kind of see her tail in the background. But what is everyone up to? Welcome on in. We're gonna do a few odd things today with my garden stream. Because I had such bad problems with my seedlings that I had started during my last garden stream, I had a overabundance of mushrooms growing in my stuff. Yay, plants! Ben Xavier, hello! Welcome on in! Oh goodness, so I had a overabundance of mushrooms growing in all of my seedlings, and they were from my paper cups that I had used. They were like hotel paper cups, but they were made from recycled materials. And I did not sterilize anything, like my soil. Normally I use boiling water and I sterilize my soil, but there was no real way to sterilize the cups because they are covered in the wax paper, or sorry, the paper that's recycled is covered in wax. Well, once that wax is in water for a while, it can get to the paper, and there's like no way for me to fully sterilize that. I didn't really think about it as a problem until I started growing a whole lot of mushrooms, and the mushrooms like killed my seedlings. So we're gonna possibly restart some seedlings. Some of my seedlings survived, but I also noticed that some of my other plants, like my snake plant, it had gotten diseased when I moved, so I don't know if that maybe caused some of my plants or some of my seedlings to not survive very well. But my aloe plant, I also want to see about repotting that because it's grown a whole bunch of pups. So little pups are like the little seedlings with it. So I kind of want to look at getting that repotted, so that way each one of my aloe plant, or each of my aloe pups can start growing its own like root structure. So that way eventually I can have them in different containers and then maybe give them away. So I think that would be a really cool idea. But I have to cut off all the bad stuff that's growing on my snake plant. I have scissors, and we're gonna very harshly, unfortunately, cut it back because there's a lot of it that's diseased. But luckily, it should grow back no problem and be way healthier in the long run. I also have, I have a mint plant that I had gotten that I would like to upplant, and also some celery that I seeded. I want to see if it's seeded out, but I also have some like the green onions from the store to upplant. I love doing that. Do you guys ever do that? Ever take any of the plants that you have from the store and upplant them? Because you totally can. If it's able to grow roots, you can upplant it. You can stick it in water first for it to grow a root structure, and then just upplant it. Oh, I did make sure though that because we're going to be cutting off diseased parts of plants, that I have some alcohol to sterilize my scissors in between cuts, so that way we don't wreck anything. Also, we're gonna cut off like 5 leaves of my aloe plant today to see. My aloe plant was heavily diseased when I moved. The environment that it was in was not very good for it. So it had, obviously some plants, they absorb what's in the environment around them, and it was like also highly stressed. So I had cut off a bunch of diseased leaves. Oh my goodness, it smelled so bad. But we're going to cut off some more leaves, see if the disease was all cut away. If the new leaves of the aloe plant are good to go, we can use that aloe. If it's still diseased, we'll cut off the bigger leaves, and hopefully then the new growth will not be diseased. So, oh, the intro music is still on. Can you hear me though? Could you hear that? Any of that though? You kill aloe, but your monstera plant is literally over 6 feet tall. So it's like a hit and miss. I will sometimes go an entire month without watering my aloe plant. But if the leaves are starting to look thin, I full on water that thing and it'll sit in water and it'll soak it all up. And it's crazy because you overwater. I definitely let my aloe and my snake plant dry out. I have though, whenever I grow seed, or whenever I want to propagate my snake plant, I use strictly just water. It can even grow a huge bundle of roots and I'll still keep it in water until I'm ready to put it into a soil, and I will wait until sometimes the soil is fully dry before I water it again, and it'll still be good. But since it's been, since it's gone through the stress of when I had moved last year to me not being there to take care of it on a regular basis before I had moved, so over like the last 3 years, my snake plant and my aloe plant have gone through a lot of rough patches. So we're gonna empty out the soil into this big huge thing. Look at this. I'm hoping, okay, so I did water it last week, so there is still water in it. So I'm hoping that the soil isn't too nasty. So I did actually grab, oh, snake plants are great for that. Great for overwatering. I'm hoping that, oh, you have one of these too. Yeah, it's my first time ever using this, so I'm really hoping that we're gonna be good to go. I forgot what I was saying though. I don't know what it was. I got my apron. I love my snake plant. So I'm really excited that we're gonna be upplanting it and that you say I'm gonna love this one. I'm excited. I like that it snaps too. I really like snaps. And it does seem like it is like a sealed weave. So I'm hoping that there's not any like holes in it, that it won't leak. But I'm using one of my my movable island that I have. So if it does get wet or dirty, it's gonna be really easy to clean up. And I'm doing this while my sister's also gone on a work trip, so if I make a mess, she won't see it and freak out. All right, let me go grab, what should we do first? Should we do the snake plant or the aloe plant? We're either gonna, so we have two options. I kind of want to do the aloe plant first, just because I'll be dealing with live plants. But if I get really sad that we're gonna chop back my snake plant, maybe I need the aloe plant to cheer me up. What do you guys want to do first? Snake or aloe? What do you think, Rivers? Oh, what happened to my YouTube page? There it is. Sub-Zero, hello. How is you? And where is the puppy? Am I streaming on Twitch as well? I am. Remi is right here. Can you see? Here, Rivers. Ready? Here, come up. Oh, I know you don't jump. You're so polite. Here, can I lift you up a little bit? Here, come on up. Oh, you're such a sweetie. Here, touch. Touch. You can do it. Come on. Touch. girl. Oh, the cute rubbers. These are the puppers. So I'm streaming both on Twitch and on YouTube right now. So welcome on in. Snake or aloe plant first. Should I just go and grab a random one? Maybe we should do the heavier one. Because with my aloe plant, I might actually look at upplanting the pups in here if they are big enough. Because the aloe plant got really, really huge. I don't know if I ever posted a picture of it. It would have been in my Discord. It would have been in a past Discord. But it used to only be this big. And now let's go look at how big it is now. We're gonna grab it. Okay, I'm on my phone. Hi, members. Are you gonna help me carry? Oh, you're gonna help me carry? Oh, okay. It is really, really heavy. Okay, let's not leak water. I have it one of these. Look how big it is. Isn't it amazing? You are here too. Lurk away. Lurk away for sure. Oh, I forgot that I have my little tiny cactus in here. So I actually did overwater my cactus at one point, and the entire bottom was soggy, so I let it dry completely out, and it is totally fine, and it's even grown. I am curious though. I do want to see about upplanting this, but I've never grown cactuses before, so I have no idea how to treat this really. Oh, maybe I can upplant it and put it in this. How cute would that be? Would that be cute? Maybe we'll do that. It's stunning, isn't it huge? And then, okay, maybe I can show you this by spinning this around. So this was the first pup that came out, and now we have, this was actually the second pup, but it keeps falling over. So I have one pup, two pups, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only just saw this one recently, and I swear it grew, like, it's growing faster than these other two that have been up before it. But it's already getting like squished by this bigger plant, so I want to get it upplanted. And I think before we even tip this over to take it to bare roots, oh my gosh, it's a very happy aloe. It really is. I cut off so much of it when it was sick, but I really do think that I need to cut off the leaves before I look at upplanting it, because otherwise I think it's going to be too heavy for me to handle. And if I accidentally break it, which I'm hoping that I don't, it's so big. And this, I showed my nephew the spikes on it, and he thought it was really cool. He was like, ow, without even like touching it. It was so cute. But yeah, I think we need to cut off the branches before I look at upplanting it. Because this one I've actually been having lean up against a wall, so you can tell where it's been like thinner there. Okay, I'm really, really excited to cut off branches of it. Which, do you call it a branch or do you call it a leaf? I'm not really sure what you would call it. But I'm also really nervous because when I cut off the diseased ones, it smelled so bad that I was like nauseous. I immediately put them into bags and like I did the plastic grocery bags. I put it in there right away and I immediately took it out to the garbage. I triple bagged it. I think I had like maybe 2 leaves to a bag, and I put them all into one bag, and it was like really, really bad. So I really want to make sure that I disinfect my scissors before and in between each one. I probably should have gotten more alcohol and had like a full-on glass to put it in, but that's something that maybe I'll have to do, invest in that in the future and find out what the best way to disinfect is. You would call it a leaf? I'm wondering if I should use my scissors or if I should actually go, oh, maybe I should grab my knife. Maybe I should use the scissors just to be on the safe side, because I want to make sure that I do like a straight line cut, and I feel like with the knife I might not. Okay, which one should I do first? Maybe I should do this one first. We're gonna spin this around and do this one first. Nope, that smells bad. So I'm not exactly sure how that is with aloe. Here, let me grab... Ooh, let me take this, not have this on the bottom there. Let me disinfect where I just set my scissors down. But I'm not sure if you can see this. Ooh, I just dripped on myself. Let me clean that up. Can you see that? Do you see where it's yellow? Aloe should not be like that. So I have no idea why it's doing that. Because it seems like it's really, really healthy. But it's been stressed for a really, really long time. But like, I've had an aloe plant in the past. I've kept it smaller, but I've never had it get like this before. It could just be the aloe smell. Are there multiple different varieties of aloe? Because like I've had aloe before and it's never smelled this bad. Does that make sense? Have your aloe plants smelled bad before? Like my fluid has also been clear with aloe plants. It's never been this yellow. I'm gonna take, well, no, take off other leaves first. There are different ones, but yours smelled like it was... Oh, is when you were killing it from root rot? Yeah, it's definitely super healthy. I have noticed that there are some dust spots on it, but like I also have spotting right here, and I'm not exactly sure what that's from. So I kind of want to cut that off. Because it's like a putrid smell. And I'm wondering too, I'm gonna cut off these 5 leaves for sure. I'll keep them aside. Let me see if I can get it all in one go. This one doesn't smell as bad. And that other one was definitely a lower leaf, but it's still highly yellow. And mine, the aloe plant that I've had before, it was clear. So that's why it makes me think that it's still sick. You went, how much help with aloe? Or all years have never lasted but a month? Oh no! Yeah, this is my first time having an aloe plant that's gotten bigger. Most of mine have only been as big as this small little pup over here. So it's a learning experience. Maybe it is supposed to be like that, maybe. And maybe the other ones have, oh, there goes the rubbing alcohol. Actually, it's not rubbing alcohol. It's isopropyl alcohol. It's the first aid antiseptic. I figured that was probably a very good disinfectant to use. All right, next aloe leaf. Let's go. I know I'm going to be very aggressively pruning this, but I think it's going to be a good thing for the actual plant itself, especially since then it's not going to be tipping over. Because that was one thing that I was really, really worried about, is that it was going to be tipping over. Oh, I didn't actually look to see if that leaf, how yellow. Oh yeah, see, that one is also very, very yellow. It's a very, very like deep yellow. Yeah, isn't that right? It should be clear. That's what I thought. So I'm hoping that me completely changing out the soil too will help, and taking off these other ones where it's yellow, that hopefully the new growth will be okay. And especially with these little ones, I want to make sure that they are healthy. So I'm wondering too if maybe I should change out soil and maybe eventually get like a succulent soil, because maybe my soil isn't right enough for it. Maybe it's like too acidic or something. All right, 2 more leaves. Oh, I can actually see that it's yellow. And I can also do some dissection with it and maybe cut off the outer stem and see if the middle is also clear or not. And see if it's just the stem that is clear or if this older growth from when it was younger is what's still infected. I am actually gonna cut off this leaf too, I think. Just because this is where it has some damage and I'm not sure exactly what type of damage that is. So I'll cut that one off. Ooh, I almost lost this. I'll cut that one off next and then I'll cut off the one on the far side. So we're making progress. AI says rot or bacteria infection, or it is badly stressed inside the plant and you have a putrid smell in aloe and yellow. So does it say how to work on curing a bacterial infection? Rye, thank you so much for looking that up. Because I want it to be healthy. I'm so sad that it's not feeling good. Because that's a lot of leaves. Look at my stack of leaves. Because my guess is that it's a bacterial infection. And there's definitely dust on it. So after we're all done cutting off leaves, I'll actually maybe use the antiseptic to actually wipe down the leaves. Thanks for doing this with me, you guys. This is fun. I was definitely nervous to do this because it's always nerve-wracking. Oh yeah, see that lower one? This one is really bad. Did I not grab an extra? Yeah, I put it in here. Whew. Yep, that is whew, bad. Bad, 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 bad. It could be the soil. I think you're right. I have water on the stove and I have several other pots that I can fill with water that I actually want to boil a bunch of water. And I'm going to boil water so I'm going to pretty much sterilize all my soil. So I'll put soil in a bucket, pour the hot water over it, let that soil be submerged in boiling water, and then plant from sterilized soil. Glado, hello! You water your plants once a week. If they survive, they can stay. That's the level of your plant knowledge. Hey, that is totally okay. All right, what do you guys think? Do you think I should also take this one off? Or do you think I should leave that one? A hype train. Clado, you just got gifted 5 subs to the community. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is so greatly appreciated. Can we get some hype and heart emotes in the chat for Clado, please? Thank you so much. Gifting a sub to Harry, to Pan, to Fireside, to NJ, and to Ancient Amber. Claudia, thank you so much. You have only 50 or so plants inside. You have 3 flower beds outside. I definitely miss all of my garden beds that I made. Going from like over about 30 garden beds to, I do have 2 technically raised beds. I have them right now stacked on top of each other. They're just small little things. They're actually smaller than this. But I have a bunch of containers that I can use. I'm not exactly sure how to go vertical with them yet, but we're gonna work on it out on my little space. But I'm hoping that things will be changing, and I'm excited to look forward about what new things we're gonna be doing. Okay, it says to check the crown base of the stem. If it is soft or mushy, it's likely where the infection is starting. Oh, so I'm definitely then gonna cut this one off so that way I can move around the rest of this then. Okay, do I need, no, I should be good. Okay, how's this one? Oh, yep, that one's still bad. Whew. Oh no, do I not have any more? Yes, I do. This is actually from the last time I was gardening. Whoo-wee. I'm definitely gonna have to disinfect my table. That's just a thought. Cool. It looks kind of really sad now, doesn't it? Jaden, hello! Jaden Angel, welcome on in. It is fun to be creative in your yard. So what type of plants do you have inside? Oh, and Jaden, thank you for the follow too. All right, do I want to cut off any of these other ones? Let's go ahead and make sure this is completely disinfected. I might need to actually grab some more paper towel, and I should probably grab a bag to put all these in. Let me do that real quick. Nope, I don't want to use that. Okay. I have all different types of size bags. So I'm gonna say then, with these as putrid as they are definitely going to go out. For sure. Set them over there so that way I can take them outside. There we go. Zach the Dragon is raiding. Welcome on in, Zach. Zach, what were you streaming today? The dragon has crash landed with his little dragons. Rars. Ooh, you're playing Urban Jungle. What is Urban Jungle about? And welcome on in, Raiders. Zach, thank you so much for raiding. I super appreciate that. We are currently live on both Twitch and YouTube, so welcome on in to my little garden stream. We just cut off a whole bunch off of my aloe plant because it's not doing so well. It looks stunning, but it is sick. You have spider plants, ZZ plants, 6 different monsteras, a peace lily, ooh, Chinese evergreen, lots of different pathos. Ooh, a Christmas cactus and Easter cactus and orchids. Oh, what kind of colors do yours bloom to? That sounds really amazing. Weirdly, you were dealing with plants too. Oh, Jaden, you have a peace lily inside? I do like peace lilies. It follows your life moving through different homes and the moving in and placing of plants. That's actually really, really useful. A lot of people don't always know where to place plants when they move into a new place. Sometimes it's like it's an adventure, so that's super cool. Do you know there's actually a book? I think it's called Urban Jungle. I think I have it. I think someone out east wrote it in the eastern US. Ooh, pink, red, purple, and yellow. Oh, that is super exciting. You have a heap of aloe out in the front yard? Isn't it stunning? Is it the type of wild aloe where it's like as tall as you are? All right, it's time to dump this over. Are you ready to make a mess? A book about looking after plants made out of a dead plant made into pages. Zach, why does it sound so morbid when you say it that way? I mean, yes. Oh, whoops, I just set this on top of where I had one of them leaked out a little bit. All right, let's take this bottom one out. These two are on top. You're standing at a water lily at the moment. Oh, I like water lilies. I've actually seen some rare water lilies. The one time that I went to Canada, there were actually some endangered ones growing in the pond that I was near. They are such a cool plant. How to care for trees. Let me tell you, in this, the remnants of a tree that you cut down so you could tell you about how to keep plants alive, right? That's actually really funny. I like that a lot. You planted it, but the succulents out there are thriving, plus a couple of Australian native trees. Are they native fruiting trees? Are they something that you use for like food wise, or is it just something that you use for okay, let me see if there is actually any water left in the bottom of this. Oh yeah, there is. Okay, good thing I checked that first. That's a really good thing I just checked that first. Okay, let me put this in my bucket. Okay. I'm wondering if I should actually put honey over those. I'll have to think about that. Your biggest struggle with plants is that Miss Dragon loves them too much? Too much? Does that mean you guys have a lot of plants? Oh, look at all that in there. So my aloe plant was actually originally, I had it outside sometimes. Oh yeah, we definitely want to. It doesn't seem like it's soft or mushy, but I probably should make sure that the stem of it, here I can actually show you guys. The stem is definitely sticking in the soil too much, and I don't think I want to actually have the stem in the soil at all. I actually want that stem above the soil. So that's probably what's causing the infection to enter into the plant. You have to remind her that sometimes it's okay not, it's okay not to water it. Oh no, one of those. Yes, there are definitely times that you can overlove a plant. Okay. We're gonna do this gently. Oh wow, these are way bigger than I thought they were. Oh, that is crazy. Here I thought they were just little tiny things. Oh no, there's another little pup. So I want to be careful that I don't accidentally like knock these off. But I'm guessing with these that I should definitely have the bigger stem above the ground, because I can't tell if that is mushy or not. This seems like it's pretty solid. So I know the crown is probably underneath though, not this. Oh, the roots are so cool looking. Can you guys see that? I can't tell if you guys can see that. Would it have been easier to repot the soil when it's dry? Possibly, but I'm actually going to be gone for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I want to make sure I'm going to be moving this in and out right now because of the weather and moving it out of where it was. So because it's also been sick, I kind of want to get it healing as soon as possible. And like a dum-dum, I actually watered it the other day when I knew I was going to be repotting, and I totally forgot. So it's also my own bad. But some of the water was actually just sitting in this bottom little part. It's not actually in the soil. Some of the soil is actually really dry. Like, look at that crumble. It's like, it's super, super dry in some spots. So some of it is really, really dry. Can you see how light colored that is? And some of it, where the water just went right through, is kind of wetter. But like some of it's wet, but some of it is super, super dry. I still have a, there's a leaf. Oh, that looked like it was paper towel. Oh, you know what? This planter could totally be heavier. I totally forgot. So in some of my planters, I put packing peanuts in the bottom. You have several to repot too? It is really fun. Oh, here's another pup. So I want to see if I can, because I will actually then make sure that I sterilize the packing peanuts too. Ooh, look at the bottom of that. Yeah, we'll sterilize that too. Oh my goodness, it looks beautiful. Okay, the packing peanuts. I might actually want to wash this with soapy water, now that I think about it. But let's go ahead and separate out these aloe plants. So all of that needs to get washed. Ooh, I should probably bring this over. We are gonna sterilize the packing peanuts with the soil, so we might as well just keep it with it. But now we're gonna have to slowly take the packing peanuts out of here with the soil. Woo! I don't know why that's buzzing, but it is. I do need to be careful because with some of the packing peanuts, the roots are actually around them, and I don't want to snap them off too badly. I actually have some tools to kind of get the soil out. Let me go grab that real quick. Let me sterilize it along with. Oh, Zach, you need to head off? It's too late for you and you're very tired. Glad to see you. I wish it was a better time. Oh, Zach, that is totally okay. You have a wonderful evening, and thank you again so much for the raid. And raiders, welcome on in again. I know sometimes people have ads and stuff, so welcome on in if I haven't said it before. If you're new to the channel, I do all sorts of things. Obviously, one of them that I've been trying to do more and more often is more the gardening aspect of my stream. I moved, so I haven't been gardening outside very much. But that will change in the future. So I'm excited about that. And can you all hear me? I hope you can hear me. But Madam Xavier, what type of plants are you going to repot? Oh, what did I just do with my tool? There it is. And I'm also not sure um, if you guys want to change in music, let me know, and I can change it to a different playlist that I have. Otherwise, right now, one of my songs I think is on repeat. Balak, hello there! So excited for spring that she that I put my plants. Some of the soil is wet. Balak, how's it going? Moving sucks. It definitely can be very challenging. And in a way, though, it's also kind of exciting because it allows you to get a grasp on everything that you have. It makes you evaluate, hey, is this something that you should keep? And like, are you actually going to utilize it? Or is it something that you should toss? I know when I was a big person on saving containers to use for my garden, or even just like reusing food containers and stuff like that. You know, like when your grandma used to use like a sour cream container to put leftover casseroles in, I was like one of those people that I would use that. But I threw away so much, and well, I didn't actually really throw it away. I did recycle a lot of it when I moved. But it did help me to unclutter a bunch of stuff. A lot of things I am sad because most of my stuff is all in a storage unit. All this stuff is a lot of my sister's stuff. Do I even have anything out here? I guess I have my garden stuff out here. Yeah, some of it's mine. Most of it's my sister's. The stuff I have out here for streaming today is my stuff. But yeah, there goes some soil. So I am excited to eventually have some of my stuff out and whatnot. Oh, look at how the roots wrapped around. Can you guys see that? That's the root wrapped around the bottom. Oh, you have a Thai constellation. What does that look like? I am curious. Both of your ZZ plants? Because those are those sleep plants? I'm not sure. I can't remember what those look like. Musica. Your heart philodendron? Brazilian philodendron? They're trying to walk out of their pots? Oh no! Move by burning down everything you own and get the insurance and rebuy everything back in the new city. Balak! No. I love the stuff that I have. I try to reuse things as much as possible. I have been known to restitch things multiple times to try to use them as much as possible. I may still have shoes that are being barely held together and are more like sandals than actual flats. So things that I have, I really, really love. I would not be able to do that. Okay, I am going to slowly move this over so I can see more of the roots. I am loving this bag. Ooh, my plant is so heavy though. So the reason I put a lot of packing peanuts in was to try to help with the pot not being so heavy and also take up space so I wasn't using as much soil. But looking back, I probably could have used twice as much packing peanuts as I did, and probably also more soil too. All my packing peanuts though are in storage, so I don't have any more to actually put into here. I didn't even think about that when I was repotting stuff. So eventually, maybe when I move again, I'll end up having to use a dolly or something. But all these roots seem like they're in really good shape. I will full on rinse my roots after I separate out the pups and everything. So that way when I replant, any old soil is going to be taken off. Oh, I'm getting down to the crown. I didn't realize I had put so much more stuff on top. I know that I like mulched a while back, so all that mulch is broken down. Obviously, really good mulch because it's broken down into really nice brown soil, or like dark nutrient soil it looks like. But still, I didn't think it did it that much. Jaden, you like that life hack for Balak? Balak! Mamona, hello! Welcome on in. Thanks for joining us. Life hack number 24 by Balak. Balak. Let me scroll up. I missed some of the chat. Your partner's cousin just moved in next door and she's between houses about an hour apart. So that's fun for her. Eee. Is that an aloe vera? It is an aloe vera plant. It is sick. So we cut off a whole lot of leaves from it and we are going to repot it. We're gonna also separate out the pups from it. We're gonna clean it up, sterilize soil. I have a lot of garden soil to sterilize, which I probably could be boiling water right now, but it might get really, really loud because I do need to have the fan on. And no, that's just the packing peanuts around the soil. Yeah, I don't want my smoke alarm to go off when I'm streaming with you guys. There are two major types of ZZ plants. One's normal and the other one is a raven ZZ plant. The leaves are black. Ooh, that would be amazing. But look at look how cute. I actually have a pup that I didn't even see because it didn't poke through the soil yet. But so aloe plants, they produce offspring by growing shoots off their roots of new plants. And the new plants are called pups. Oops, I didn't just break that, did I? I hope not. Oh no, I might have. Okay, I need to stop. Stop messing with it. Oh, okay, phone, why are you having your alarm go off? I don't know why. Sometimes I set alarms like multiple days ago and I set them really fast and some of them are on repeat and I forget to turn them off. I need to do that. Oh, here's another pup. Because I definitely do not want the sickness of one plant to transfer that sickness to the next plants, the next generation of plants. And sometimes it does take a long time to repot a plant, to take all the soil out and stuff like that, but it's totally worth it. You're caring for a sick plant. It's like caring for a sick child. It may take time, but it is totally worth it. Or a sick pet. Right now, Remi is like so sleeping. But we'll have a number of garden streams this week because we have so many plants to start. Oh, see, all those roots just came right off. That's gonna be totally fine. That happens when you're repotting. The plant will be stressed out for a little bit, but that'll be okay. Okay, that's another packing peanut. So tell me about any plants that you guys have. You missed spring, summer already? Is it, because it's, right now, it's the end of your summer for you, isn't it? Balak, do you have any houseplants? See, I don't remove soil from plants very often to upplant big, huge ones. So that's probably why this is going to take me a little bit longer to do. Part of me wants to just be like really, really harsh with it and go all in on it. But I also do not want to be mean to my plant. Oh, here, one already snapped off. I will try to stick this in water and see if it grows. You already lost a big part of root. Part of me wants to kind of stick that root into water and see if it'll grow anything off of it. Very careful. Azeroth is raiding. So is Witherbag. Welcome in, raiders. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for raiding. Should I touch my keyboard with my fingers to do shoutouts? Hold on, I can do it with one hand. This one's mostly dry. Welcome on in, raiders. What were you guys streaming? Thank you so much for raiding. How have you all been? Balak, you're not trying to grow a plant. You're currently trying to kill a Virginia creeper vine. Don't those bloom? Aren't those pretty? Oh, Balak, thank you so much for doing the shoutouts. Thank you, thank you. Ooh, you were doing Sky Factory. Is it a new world or is it a world that you've been working on for a while? Sky Factories, those are all sky blocks, right? Sky Factory 5? That's got a lot of mechanical stuff in it. Oh no, your Ivy is super allergic. Oh no. Yeah, definitely then get that out. Are there things that you've tried that have not been successful? Are you trying to find new ways to take it out? I used to volunteer when I lived back in Wisconsin to take out invasive honeysuckle in one of the state parks. And that definitely was quite an undertaking because with honeysuckle, you cannot pull honeysuckle out because if you pull it out, it actually grows new root growth out of every single little tiny piece of root that's sticking out of that type of honeysuckle. Tiny, hello! My lips are still blue. Ooh, it's a different color. It's a different color of blue. It's like a blue-green this time. It's a whole new color. Do you like it, Tiny? I really, really like this one. It's very, very shiny. Ooh, you've been in that world for a couple of months-ish. Ooh. You had to come over here because apparently you can't see YouTube chat again? Yeah, I definitely messed up on that. It definitely went behind. Let me see if I can. I'm trying to work with one screen today instead of the 3 that I normally have. There you go, Tiny. It looks the same as far as you can see. It's a slightly different shade. This one is a lighter color than yesterday and more shiny. If the herbicide doesn't work, you're trying fire next. Well, fire would definitely work. Have you tried pouring a jug of or a gallon of vinegar on it? Is it vinegar? I think it's vinegar. Do Virginia creeper vines, do they not, I think they don't like acid if I remember correctly, or acidic things. Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna hold this up and tease all the soil out. Look at some of this new growth. How the little tiny, the vine, it shoots out like it's like a tree but underground. I like it. But I need to find the central root ball. It's still in there from the very, very original plant. and get down to the very base of this aloe plant. I don't want to go too fast because I don't want to like rip it apart. And I want to make sure that when I take off these seedlings, I love the DNA quack. Thank you so much. That definitely gets me. Most people repot plants in a shed or outside. Ducky looks like it is in the kitchen. I am absolutely both in the kitchen and the living room at the same exact time. Hey, last time I planted seedlings in my room, right next to my desk. I might do that again tomorrow. We'll see where I'll do it out here. One of the two places. I thought about doing it outside, but they're doing construction out there across the road. So they had like a ditch witch out there and stuff this morning, so I didn't want it to be too loud. Look at that. Okay, so on this one aloe plant, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's little tiny roots growing out the bottom right here. Right here. Those are its own little roots. But I still want to get to the base over here. Maybe I can... Oh, maybe I can work it from the bottom. Get this soil out. Alright, time to get this arm dirty. Oh, hello. So this is really in there, huh? But it looks like most of the pups have... This pup is right here in the middle. Come on, soil. I thought this was going to take me way longer, but it is definitely going pretty by, or it's going by pretty fast. All right, so here I am almost to the crown of the plant. Okay, let me swap it back around. Because the crown is like your base of your plant. Like if I were to accidentally break this crown, this entire plant would actually die. That's how it works with a lot of plants that have crowns. Like asparagus has crowns. You can keep regrowing from that crown, I think, of most plants, as long as the crown does not break. So like asparagus will regrow from a crown. Is that strawberry plants? Strawberry plants will also regrow from a crown. I think rhubarb is another one. Oh, this one fell off. This one already has a really good root structure, so we're gonna follow this back to the base where it's coming off of the main root. And I'm gonna snap it off. Once I can find the base. There's a lot of soil still in there. And I want to leave as much of its roots intact as possible. So here we go. Whole nother aloe plant. There's that one. This one doesn't look like it has any roots coming off the edges of it. So it makes me kind of nervous to break it off. This one does though. Ooh, that one's the whole entire cluster. We're gonna hope for the best when we take these off. Alright, let's get this soil out. So I'm gonna follow this back as close as we can, because I might actually stick this one in water for a while to see if we can't grow out those roots more. What do y'all think? The living kitchen, it is. Right, it looks like you just did a Mortal Kombat finishing move. Oh, I understood what you meant. Alright, so this one does have roots off this one. So let's go. Oh, nope, that one just, that broke off right there. Okay, this is also the one that might be broken right here. I hope not. This one though, you are confusing me because I don't see any other roots on you at all. And I just stuck my hand in the grossness. That is the infected part. Okay, we're gonna have to set you down because I need to wipe my hand off because it's just gross. Mortal Kombat is your favorite fighting game? Oops. I have to get more ice-proof and alcohol after this. I'd rather have more than not enough. Although, I do have several cuts and stuff in my hand that definitely stings. Or burns, whichever way you'd like to think of that. Goodness me, I remember my plant was so little, and now it's so big. I probably should have brought like a light over here to shine in. Or a headlamp light. I think I have some of those. Whew, yeah, that was a lot of alcohol I poured onto that cloth. Also, that just smells bad. Actually, I can wipe you down. Where it was oozing. There we go. Stay in there, soil. Don't be coming out. Got some perlite in there. Some of the soil that's kind of like really, really wedged in there from when it was a smaller plant. I don't want to break off too many roots. But, yep, we're slowly getting there. Is there anything moral about combat? I suppose there's a good amount of sportsmanship. Like good sportsmanship, right? Being respectful. Not doing things that are against the rules. So what do you guys think? Do you think I should break this one off even though I don't see a root structure in here? I don't see roots growing in any of these. And I'm not sure where it's growing any roots off of this part either. I'm not really sure. Temptation! Temptation, thank you so much. Hello, friends. It's a work from home day, so you get to lurk away. Temptation, thank you so much for that subscription. Can we get hype and heart modes in the chat, please? I would really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Break it, give it the chair. All right, well, I'm gonna go as close to the main ball as possible. So that way when we put it in water, maybe it'll grow some roots. All right, Tiny, we did it. Cactation, redeeming a hydrate. We can totally do that. All right. Look at you. You are on your own. All right, I don't see any more pups on it. We took all the pups off. They're right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, totally grabbing some water real quick. Hydrate for all the peeps. Hydration is very, very important. So if you have water, please do so. Drink your hydrating beverage of choice. Oh yeah, that is definitely a little mushy. I don't know if I have anything to keep this upright though. Oh, I might. I'll try to get some more of this soil out. Shake it. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at, there's a little tiny leaf. Oh, right there in the middle. Do you see it? Look how cute that is. It's like super, super tiny. Well, hopefully me doing this, all the leaves will eventually dry up and they'll heal over like this, the leaves that I took off. But when I replant this, I'm only gonna have the soil come up to right here. So look at that. Ooh, Tiny, you have root beer. What type of root beer do you have? Is it like an A&W root beer or is it like a Sprecker's? I'm not sure if that was rotted or not. Oh, I just got, that's root. Okay, gotta dig some of this stuff out. I do not want any old soil in here because I want to make sure that any new soil gets sterilized. So yeah, I did not realize that I had it that far under, or when I mulched it, that it was all the way up against the plant here. I'm gonna actually cut this off. And hopefully we'll get that to dry out a whole bunch. I suppose one thing that I could have done was I could look at getting like disinfecting laundry soap and have like wet towels to wrap up the roots and stuff like that in a damp towel while this the rest of this dries out before I actually upplant it. Oh yeah, because that's soggy. That's gross. I'm gonna take that off. We'll actually throw that out. Because that is probably where the infection is getting in. Oh yeah, that is definitely where the infection is getting in. That looks healthy underneath. And that will all dry out too. Ooh, let's get this soil. So, yep. Oh no, a damp towel. So like a wet towel. I probably, in the future, I do want to look at making um, almost like little bins. So that way I can actually put this, when I separate stuff out, I actually have somewhere to actually put these all in right away. And fresh water, whether it's small ones or anything like that. So that way while they're sitting off the side here, waiting to get replanted, they're not drying out. Can you guys actually see these right here? I'm not even sure. Actually, if I move this, move those, you can actually see all the little pups that we'll be replanting. Put the garbage ones right here. Get those out of the way. And yes, I know I'm gonna have to vacuum. Well, that's actually just one of my rugs I have out here, but I'll have to sweep and stuff like that. So I'm okay if I get some dirt around here on the floors and stuff like that. I will go through these roots, and these will also get all rinsed off completely. I'll rinse them off in cold water or warm-ish water. I don't want to do stark cold water, I don't think. But I do want to make sure that it gets nice and cleaned. So this is really cool. It's almost like a bark of a tree. I know that this protects, but I really do want to try to take some of this off because wherever it's soft, I kind of want to take that away and let that dry out. I'm pretty sure that this right here is new root growth underneath these leaves here. I'm pretty positive that's what that is. So that is super, super cool. Do I have any new ones up here? This actually seems like it's pretty... Nope, we'll take that one off too. Or at least down a little bit. I'm trying to think of what other plant, when you take off the roots like this, that there's another root structure. Oh, I know what that reminds me of. Pineapple. When you're planting pineapple, there's actually new roots that grow underneath like that. The stems are similar. At least that's what it makes me think of. So, yep. I'm totally rinsing this in my sink. I have a drain catch and stuff like that, so I don't need to worry about any bigger chunks of soil and stuff getting through. But I do want to try to get out as much as possible first, though. So, that'll be fun. You saw a spider, but the insurance company said that they don't understand how that caused your house to burn down. Tiny, you and Balak, no burning your houses down. No, 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 no. That is not allowed. Burning your house down is not an acceptable way to move or to take out spiders. Alright, I almost got this completely cleaned out. Look how much of a difference that is. And look how flat the bottom is. Is that weird? You would think that roots would go straight at the bottom, but there's not even like a taproot for this plant. A lot of the roots, it looks like it's actually growing, this one has grown out of the side up here. But don't most roots have plant or like tap roots? This one definitely does not. There's some more perlite in here too. Okay, out you go. There's a big chunk of dirt. Come on. Whew, I just hit myself in the head with it. I want to like shake it, but I don't want to fling soil all over the place. All right, that looks amazingly good. And part of me wonders if I should sterilize this soil twice. Use boiling water to sterilize it twice. So maybe I should let it dry out a little bit more and then sterilize it. Because look at, here's a piece where that's like, that might just be a form of mycelium. But if there's bacterial growth and stuff in there, I don't have a way to compost it down and do like a hot compost. So that's why I'm using boiling water to sterilize. Erin Glows, hello! Welcome on in. Welcome to the garden stream. Okay, I'm gonna go rinse this in water. Going this way. Okay, move my phone. I'm rinsing this off. I know you guys are probably really far away from me, but that's the best I can do with my webcam. I will move this over though, because I do not want to get puffiness on it. Okay, that's too warm. I don't want it to be too warm because I don't want to cook the roots. Hey, memories. What? Are you helping? I'm not going by the stove yet. You're okay yet? So Remi is fully scared of our stove because for some reason, every single time that we turn on the oven or the stovetop, if if the smoke detector even detects a little bit of like a hint of smoke or like excessive heat, it likes to go off. Okay, I'm gonna rinse the leaves. I had some dirt on them, so I didn't want to keep that soil. There we go. Do you guys see that? Look at that root ball. Rinse my hands off. Let me grab the other little pups. Grab the other little pups. Which this one, I'll stick in a glass of water. Some of these I will. I'll probably stick these ones in soil right away. Nope, that one's going in water. Soil. let me turn this on. All right, so if that fan is on, can you still hear me? Erin, welcome in also. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Temptation, you feel a lot of a tropical desert type? You don't have a dominant, oh, they don't have dominant tap roots. It's the advantage anywhere that water is scarce for absorbing it. It helps avoid root rot when it's plentiful. Okay, it also protects against wind and dust storms, allowing better purchase. That makes total sense. That's actually really cool. I did not know that. Temptation, thank you. Drink some more of my drink. Alright. So let me get a bag to put this waste into. Actually, it's going to be over here. I use this bag. I've been boxing up some more stuff and that I don't need right now and whatnot. Ooh, the wind just picked up outside. I literally saw my frost cover blow up. I was like, no. It always worries me when it does that. When it gets like super, super windy outside. All right. Now here's the question. Do I want to go and find all of the roots and stuff and toss those? I kind of want to have them compost down in here. Because like this, I'm pretty sure won't grow another aloe plant. But I can break it up and have it compost down in the soil. I don't really want to throw it out. Because I'm hoping that it'll be okay once I sterilize it with hot water. And I'm definitely going to do it in multiple parts. This paper towel, I'll toss that though. Was there any other pieces that I needed to toss? I don't think so. We'll do some more rubbing alcohol. Oh, did I just say bag in the Midwestern way? In the woo! Okay. Rubbing alcohol everywhere. I can hear my water starting to boil a little bit, or getting warm. Did it sound very Midwestern, Bri? Well, my apron is definitely sanitized also. Wipe this down. I thought about using Clorox wipes and then I was like, no, I should probably just use alcohol. Alright, I am going to end up putting this back into here for right now. And I'm going to sterilize new soil. Just because I feel more comfortable with that. Because this, I'm going to have to do a couple of times, I think. Or I at least want to do it twice since that aloe plant has been sick for so long. Some people are like, oh, hey, just toss the soil, but I'm not one of those people. I will definitely go through the process of sterilizing it. Because otherwise, that's a lot of soil. There we go. I will try to wipe my bag down. I know that there might be some sort of cross-contamination, but I'm going to try to minimize it as much as possible. And yes, I'll have to wipe a lot of stuff down later. Nothing is going to be perfect, but we're going to do the best we can. So what do you guys think so far? Are you learning things? Key, hello! Rubbing alcohol does not sanitize that well. It doesn't. Oh, you recommend hydrogen peroxide. I think I might actually have some. 1 to 10 bleach or Clorox cleanup spray. Would Clorox wipes work for the meantime? I figured I'd use this just because it's a antiseptic. So it'd clean at least a little bit. They'll work better than rubbing alcohol? Okay, then I'll do that. There's not as good as the other 3. I think I have some peroxide. I definitely have some peroxide. Okay, I definitely have some peroxide. Okay, so I have boiling water. Let me go ahead and get another pan. I know, I'm doing it this way because this is the best way that I have this right now. Whew. And this is the way that I was taught to sanitize my soil, with boiling water. So that's why I'm doing it this way. Thank you. When I moved some of my stuff in, I kind of just put things where I had spaces. No, that's very good to know though. Thank you. I appreciate that. I always like learning new things. Of course I left my container outside. She's like, I loved it outside. Oh, hey. No, she didn't eat on that. You're welcome. You got it from Dr. Annie's Experiments on YouTube. She's kind of obsessed with killing germs. Ooh. Well, hey, I'm all for that. Especially when it comes to taking care of my plants. Like, I want to do it in the most efficient way as possible. So any suggestions are always helpful. All right, I'm gonna re-wipe down. Is this even open? I don't even know if this is open yet. Oh, it's not. I think I got this actually on clearance. It's still good, but hydrogen peroxide for a really long time was very hard to come by. I think I got this either from the... Woo! Did you just see that pour right out? But one of the stores around here ended up having like a large quantity of it, and so they were selling it, trying to get rid of it because they didn't have anywhere to put it. And it doesn't expire until 2027, so it is definitely good for a very long time yet. It's not like it's expired. Oh, I almost forgot what peroxide smells like. It's definitely very different. Re-cleaning. I did wipe off my table before we even started with Clorox. So definitely do not worry about that. Put my garbage bag up here at the clip. There we go. Key, have you done any replanting? Have you used it before to sanitize things? I do want to try using bleach more often. I haven't really been using bleach for a couple of years now, and I'm not sure why it is that I stopped buying bleach for a while. I can't remember what it was. But I actually have not gotten bleach in a long time. Peroxide though, the reason I have that, or I try to keep that stocked, is because I'm very clumsy. So it helps to clean out wounds if I fall. I'm gonna switch up my music. If you guys want me to change it back, just let me know. I need to make sure you guys can actually hear it though. Can you guys hear it? Okay, if you guys can hear it, if it's too loud, let me know. I can always switch it up. A couple years ago, you started decluttering your house and you learned that most cleaners have a shelf life of about 2 years. Bleach starts losing its potency at 6 months. You did a huge declutter and you wanted to know what was the most effective, and it turns out that some of the cheapest cleaners are the most effective. I think that's actually why I stopped using bleach, is because it expires like shortly after you use it. And I think the bleach that I had for like 4 years, and I was like, I barely used any of it. So I ended up having to start to toss it. So that must be definitely, I think I remember that. Because I was like, oh, I have something, and I'm pretty sure I had just used it the week before on cleaning some of my garden stuff. Or maybe I used it for clothes. Maybe I used it for whites. And that's why I haven't like bleached whites in a really long time. Hence my my coffee stain towel stuff. funny. Okay, I think that's boiling though. So let's go ahead. I have a tin that I'm going to actually put soil in and put the hot water in over the top of this to sanitize my soil. So I have my different soils. We're going to use this one. And I also have buckets too that I could use hot water with. But this one will work just fine. Because I'll be able to mix it together and stuff. Oh no, it's copyrighted? Oh, did they change their guidelines? Alrighty then. They must have changed their guidelines. Approaching Nirvana always used to be copyright free. Oh, I do see that. It changed. They changed to be a... Well, that's interesting. I wonder when they changed that. That means a lot of past music, I think, that I have. Actually, a lot of people in their past music. Or videos that they have up on YouTube. I know a lot of people that have used Approaching Nirvana because it was copyright free. Copyright and royalty free. Wi-Fi, thank you for catching that. Did it tell you that right away? Bleach eventually turns into salt water and 1% hydrocarbon. Wi-Fi, how did it tell you that? Did it mute it? Can you guys hear the other song? I hope. Oh, that's boiling. You recognize the lyrics. Well, then they definitely changed some of their playlists. Do a small one at a time. And now I have not done this in a really long time, so I'm hoping that this works out okay. It has been a really long time since I've done this. I always feel like I'm making soil stew. almost need one of those tumblers instead. You also always want to sterilize your soil when it's drier, but before it's hydrophobic. And you grab some more water. Sterilize more soil. And while that is going, I'm gonna let that cool down because I don't want to cook roots. So we'll let that cool. You recognize lyrics. I know that they used like they made remixes, but it's like original songs still. So I'm not exactly sure how that works. I just won't play it. Bri, does that mean I can request some more music? Can we totally do that? So I totally got a mint plant from the store that we are going to prune its leaves and we are totally going to upplant it. I think though that I am going to leave its soil intact, but yeah, we're gonna put it in a bigger container because I feel like it needs way more roots than this. And we might also take some cuttings of it and see if we can't grow some new mint. What do you guys think about that? I do want to take off all these other leaves though that are dead and decaying. I don't know if I should compost them. Part of me feels like I should compost them, but part of me also feels like I should junk them because I don't know exactly where the plant came from. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I'm gonna toss them. If I had a burn pile, I would totally just burn them. But in this case, they are going to get tossed because I don't have a burn pile here. And I think that there's probably a burn ban somewhere in Idaho right now. I'm back. Is that basil? It is mint. It is, does it actually say variety? It says make these into mint mojitos. So I actually wonder if this is mojito mint. It kind of smells like mojito mint. Ooh, this is mentha spicata. Is that mojito mint? I'm not sure. I have to look it up. But no, mint has like spiky leaves. Some basil has it too, but no, this one's mint. I did think about getting a basil plant, But I have so many basils. My basil seedlings are the ones that actually did survive. They luckily did not grow mushrooms. Whew. That leaf, I think, had some mold spores on it. Hopefully not. We're going to take all the dead leaves off. Especially one like this. Look at that. I'm just going to take that off completely. Some of that might have just gotten damaged for transport. Some of it though, I'm not quite sure. So, not sure if it's disease or what. This looks like the entire top of the plant is gone. This one too. I know that mint can really easily get bruised, but I'd rather take the plant off completely if I don't know. But look at all this nice young growth. I want that to grow up and be nice and strong. Oh, mint, you have some lemon balm growing in the ground? Ooh, does it grow everywhere? Because lemon balm being part of the mint family, it's very like, it's considered invasive, I think. Looks like it was competing for sunlight. Ooh. Okay, that's what was I going to grab? Oh yes, I was going to grab a glass. What kind of a glass do I want to grab? I should have thought about this beforehand, because then I'll grab some of these. So we'll use these for water. Look it, they're my creamery mugs. Technically, you shouldn't use water straight out of the faucet because some places will actually put chlorine in the water, but we're gonna do that. And some of this mint, we might end up using it right away, but I wanna see about trying to propagate some of this. So I have new growth growing off of this, so we're just gonna go ahead and cut this off right here. And then we're gonna stick the rest of it in there. Same with this. I'm gonna cut right above a node, this entire thing, and stick it in there. Cut this back to here above a node, stick it in. This has new growth growing on this one down farther. Sometimes I'm hesitant to trim stuff back, but we're gonna do it. Especially since, so the reason I'm just gonna stick this entire thing in my bucket is because later I'll come back and I'll pick some of these leaves off maybe to put in my water later or something like that. Lemon balm self-seeded from one that you bought. Oh, but that one has since died? From the new roots coming up though, they're taking hold pretty well. Okay, which one is the one that's growing? This one's growing really well. I'm actually gonna cut this one back all the way down to there. Yep, I'm being super harsh with it. This one, I could technically cut this one back again to right here. All right, I can hear my water boiling. It always terrifies to prune plants, especially little ones. I know, and it is pretty tiny, but it's also big at the same time. But it does look like when I take this out, I could potentially separate this into 3 of them. So when I put it into new plant pot, I'll actually put 1, 2, 3. So I'll actually separate it out in here a little bit. So that way they all have room to grow and thrive. Should I separate that out while I wait for that to boil? I feel like it's boiling pretty good right now. I am tempted though to also scrape off the top of this soil and throw that away, because I see some algae growing on it. I don't really want to take it back to bare roots though. You can actually see here on this plant where they actually did already prune it back. Here's the original stalk in the middle. This one too. They took off the stalk in the middle. And so they probably made, this is probably a propagated plant. So it already has some of those in there. Isn't that funny? I think it's funny. Alright, how is this going? That's still pretty warm. Oh, why are you buzzing? We'll turn that off. I wonder if I should lay some of the soil out here to cool down faster, so that way I can put new soil in. Because I do want to make sure that it kills off everything. You see how that's steaming? I want to kill off anything that was in the soil. Which technically I should have done that already, with it being boiling like that. So I'll set it out now to cool. And the bigger sticks I can probably put in the bottom. But yeah, this did exactly what I wanted it to, so that is super awesome. I can handle really hot things also, so that doesn't quite burn my hand, where probably for other people it probably would. But I always try to be careful. Ooh, is that a scout? It is a scout! Scout, hello there! You also know, oh, you hope the balm spreads across the yard because you just have weeds? Do you have weeds, or do you have beneficial weeds that you can use for other things? Like eating dandelion salad. I can't hear what you're saying, but I can like, would you eat dandelion salad, Tiny? You also know the butterflies and bees, even the hummingbirds like the flowers? Oh, they do. But Scouts, look at, we are transplanting my snake plant. I cut off a whole bunch of leaves off of it, and we are transplanting it to a new pot. It was actually, if you watch the beginning of the stream, you'll see how big it was originally. It was originally really, really huge, but it's really, really sick. So we cut leaves off of it, and we are completely transplanting it. I'm going to transplant the mint though first, while I'm letting those sit for a little bit, and then I'll re-rinse the leaves. But I'm sanitizing a bunch of soil, or sterilizing it with boiling water. You bet 50 bits it's root bound? It probably is. I think that's a really good bet. We are either repotting it, or it's some bomb cookie based dirt. Ooh. Dirt pancakes. Do you see that it's steaming? Does that come through on stream? It's really, really hot right now because I just poured boiling water over it. But we're gonna let it cool out a little bit so that way I can separate out my mint plant and get it going. I'm cooking dirt. I am cooking dirt. It is definitely going to be sterilized. Arkansas has a lot of edible plants, but most people don't eat them. Why don't people eat them? I really like when I'm working out, or when I used to live in Tennessee, I was outside almost all the time working in the garden and stuff like that. I would nick my hand on a rusty nail or just something outside, and I would be able to go and pick a plantain root, punch it up, flatten it out, and put it over top of my finger or over top of my arm or anything like that. Oh, Miguel, welcome on in. And Scout, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, but I do actually have, let me put some more of the soil over. I can actually probably dump this over now. See, it's like boiling hot. So it's definitely very, very well moistened. Is that steaming? Can you actually see that? So I am actually cooking dirt. So we'll definitely let that cool off so we can actually plant with it. Ooh, yeah, that's hot. The soil is definitely hot, that is for sure. Let's put more soil in. And what was that? I heard a thing. Tiny, redeeming a hydrate. Tiny, thank you. Everyone that has water, please hydrate. Hydration is very, very important for your system. Oh, the steam is showing, you can see it. It's really, really nice and warm. Don't inhale it though. Bri-Fi is redeeming a Remi treat. Remi girl, would you like to redeem a treat? You gotta come over here, sweetie. Well, we're doing a large treat, so this is actually a liver treat. Okay, can you come closer? Come closer. Can you say, oh, was that a thank you? Can I get a touch? Oh, you want to touch his hand? Touch. Good girl. Can you turn around? Turn around. Here, come. Okay, come closer. Closer. Can you guys see her? Yeah, they can see you. Okay. Large treat redeemed. That's gonna give her so much energy. Is that gonna give you so much energy? Yeah. Did you? That's dirt. Did you get the liver treat stuck in your teeth first? Do I need to check it out? Did you get it? Was it yummy? Yes. Right, fine. Thank you so much for redeeming the Remi treat. And Tiny, thank you so much also for redeeming the hydrate. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Right, fine. What's cooking? Dallas traffic. Oh, are you on your way home? So are you hitting all the Dallas traffic? Oh, that is cooling off really nicely right now. Alright, I just boiled a bunch of water, so let me get this soil in here so I can, oh, there's a rock. So I can sterilize a bunch more soil. Alright, we're just gonna dump. Tiny. Yes, I am getting dirt in my kitchen, but I will clean it up. Let's break that apart. I actually like that this is a potting soil mix, so there's plenty of perlite in it. It looks like there's some coconut core. So it's a pretty good mix. Alright. Boiling hot water. I need a garden spoon. I know I have a trowel somewhere. I don't know where I put it. I know I have my one knife, but I don't want to use it with boiling water because I don't know how it'll affect it. I think my trowel's outside. I'll just keep using this. There we go. You can probably hear Remi eating. Okay, let me get my other pot. Is this still hot? Yes. Oops, I might have put too much in. Oh, no, it needs more over here. But I do have this to drain off any excess water, so we don't have to worry about me soaking it extremely a lot. Nah, he's headed north, wants me to prove Memphis-style barbecue is better than Texas. Ooh, I just love barbecue. Barbecue is so delicious. You watched a podcast about how important it is to stretch and move. They said sitting... What? So why is it that I boil the dirt? To sterilize it. I want to sterilize it because when I did my other seedlings in my last garden stream, a lot of my seedlings died because mushrooms started to grow and a lot of other stuff. So we're sterilizing the soil this time. Normally I do sterilize my soil for seedlings and for potted plants and stuff. But this last time I was like, oh no, I won't need to do that. I'll be fine. And then almost all my seedlings died. They got sick or not healthy mushrooms grew. So this will kill any of the bad stuff in there. That will kill any of the bad stuff in there. So I'm like sanitizing or sterilizing my soil. So yay! All right, are we ready to break apart this mint plant? Can you guys see it? Pretty sure you can see it. Might have to move it back towards me a little bit. I am loving this mat. Ooh, another thing I want to upplant today, I think might be this cactus. Or should I wait until I get cactus mix? What's all in cactus mix? I kind of like the idea of putting that in there. For some reason that makes you want a hot shower. Can you see it steaming back there? I can literally feel the heat from it. Alright, we are going to see if this is root bound. Hi, Rimmers. Oh, yeah, look at that. Can you see all those roots? All mixed around in there. Tiny, your bet was right. Ooh, that was totally a bug that was in there. Oh. It's gonna end up going outside eventually, so there will eventually be bugs in it. But still, if it was in that, I'm not gonna be happy. Because right now I'm moving my stuff in and out. But this one came from the store. Alright, so the best thing to do with this, actually I do have, we'll put any excess soil in what was in the aloe plant one. So that way it can get sterilized. No, I'm not putting it on my floor. It's going into my other container. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna end up having to rip it apart. As long as I don't break like the crowns of some of these, it should be fine. Okay, there's one. Look at it, I bought one plant and I technically have more than one plant. That'll work out pretty well. That's one plant. That's all connected. What about you? Are you connected or are you separate plants? You are all connected. So if I wanted to, I could totally rinse these all the way down to the roots, and I could stick this entire thing in water, take off any lower foliage and stick it in water, and let me show you for an example. Do you see on this stalk right here, very, very down here, there are actually roots coming out of one of the segments. So then I could have roots then grow here, here, and possibly here, and plant this entire thing as its own plant and fully separate it off. But I'm gonna leave it together just because it already has a lot of foliage on it, and I want it to have a good root system so that it can support that plant. All right, is my soil pretty cool? The stuff over here is. I don't want to plant it too early. Mostly I don't want to cook the roots is what I'm saying. I will keep this and wash this because you can always reuse other planters. I can use that to seed start something. Like some of the things I already cut off. You had an apple tree growing, and this would have been the third year. It got ants in it. Oh, that's okay. Oh, did the ants eat it? Did you try soaking it in a whole lot of water? Because sometimes if the ants have too much water, they will actually leave it because they will think that it's a not viable home. They don't want to deal with water and damming up water and stuff like that. So they will actually then vacate the area. All right, I'm hoping, I didn't think about this. Hopefully that's not too hot for my surface on my wood here. I probably should have put down like a insulating cloth. It looks like it's okay though. Next time, I will be better about that. Okay, that seems way better. Moving around the soil so it cools down. They ate the roots. You'll remember that next time? Yeah, I had a really bad problem with ants in my beans a couple years ago. In my beans and in my zinnias. And at first I was like, oh, it's on one plant. I'll sacrifice that one plant so that my other plants will survive. But then they started farming aphids on that one plant, and they started eating on my other plants. And I was like, nope, that is not happening. We are not for that. So I was like, I soaked that garden bed very, very well. All right, so what are we gonna do? Put one on this side, put one on this side, and make like a nice little triangle. I want to pack in dirt around it. The roots will actually move it around a bunch. Whoop, excuse me. I know you like to hold hands. Nope, need this a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. Mint plants, they're a pretty hardy plant, so don't be too afraid about breaking them, because I don't think they break very easily. You could have broken the roots apart more, but I think because we're going to be watering it in really well, I think we'll be okay. I like to really pack in some of the plants sometimes. Oh, we'll leave that piece of bark. Ouch. There are a lot of plants that you do not want to put a lot of soil up around the stems. Like this aloe plant, when we replant it, we'll only plant it down to the stem line or to the crown. I'm going to put some more soil in around it. Alright, one is repotted and ready to go. What do you think? Oh no, Tiny! You just remembered your pizza from an hour ago? So, did you make it or did you forget it in the oven? Because that would be very, very bad. Do you have to reheat it? Okay. Let me grab another pot out. We'll put soil in the bottom. Now look at our aloe pup. This is our largest aloe pup that we're going to be replanting. Look at that. Okay, I might have to, ooh, need to be careful. It's already kind of prickly. Let me take out some of that soil, put roots in, add some more soil. I do want to maybe look at the mulch this time around. I might still use some paper shreds, but I might look at getting maybe some bark to put around the top side of it instead of filling it so much with soil. Because that's what I did last time when I did a lot more stuff that would break down into dirt, when I probably should have used more bark under it. Because there's some bug damage, it looks like, right there. Ooh, ouchie. I just stabbed myself in the leaves. Gotta be careful for that. Ooh, hey, that's part root. Okay, let's get that under there. So what I might do when I'm out and about walking Remi is come back with a pocket of sticks and break that up and put some underneath. I actually have some bark right here. I'll put that right next to the base on either side to kind of prop it up. Now, after the first couple times of me watering this in, the soil will kind of all sink down in and fill in any gaps. So I might have to add more soil to some of these. But definitely with this bigger one, it's getting its own pot. Do you like it? It's in the toaster oven so it didn't burn. You're out of root beer? Oh no! That is very, very sad. Alright, so I have this tiny little aloe pup that I am totally going to be plunking it just in some water to see if we can have it grow some roots. The rest of these pups right here, let's take a look. So this one I think has enough root structure. We should be able to plant this one in soil. This one I think also, I probably should stick that one. It was in soil all the way up to here. So I'm wondering if I should stick it in soil again all the way up to here or not. If I should stick it in water instead. Why don't I stick it in water right now? And I can look that up. The same for this one. I'm unsure if I should stick that all in water and like a glass all the way up to here, or if I should look at replanting this. These two though, no, this one is definitely breaking off. Yep. So I'll stick that in water. This one has a little tiny shoot coming off. So that's another new pup that was coming. So I will also stick this entire thing in water. And because I don't want to plant this one by itself, we'll put it in water until those other ones, until I find out if I should just plant this or stick it in water. Okay, but now for the really, really big one. Now, I did not sterilize this pot, but I know it's a clean pot because what I took out of it was good. I just had to move with it and I couldn't bring what was in it with me. So it's a good clean pot. I think that we should be fine. If I'm wrong, I will bite the dust. Bite the dirt, bite the dust. I'll eat my words. You need to take Sheba out? Oh, hopefully Sheba gets all the runs. And all the attention. She needs it. Okay. Now, last time I did fill it with packing peanuts up to here. I barely had any of those packing peanuts left. I wish that I had my packing peanuts with me, but they're all in my storage unit. I don't think I have any packing peanuts here at all. I don't. I do have shredded paper though. Maybe I'll actually put shredded paper in the bottom. Oh, I actually do have three packing peanuts in there. We'll take this out. That's recyclables from the last one. I have a bunch of shredded paper, so we'll put that in the bottom. Like a ton of shredded paper. I have a few more bags just exactly like this. Now, I thought about sterilizing my shredded paper, but I am unsure about it. What do you guys think? Eggshells? Normally if I do eggshells, I will collect a whole bunch of them. I know you're supposed to bake them to kill anything off in them. I've never had in the past, but I will go through and I'll powder them down. And normally eggshells, they're not bioavailable for that first season. I know that you can actually make them bioavailable for the first season. Is it? I don't think it's peroxide. There's something that you can mix in with it and it'll help to dissolve the calcium into, make it like a liquid state. But I'm looking at putting something in the bottom here to fill up so that way I'm not using so much soil and so that way it's not so heavy. So we're gonna put a bunch of shredded paper in here. Okay, that was too much. Okay, let's take some of that back out. Yep, I'm definitely gonna need to sweep and vacuum later a whole lot. That fits more back in. Whew. I do need to be somewhat careful though, because I know that when you wet this down, that it can become almost like its own sheet of paper. Whew, you can probably see all that, the paper particles. So I'll be a little bit careful, but I'm gonna mix it in with the paper, the soil. You get your eggs from friends that the chickens have? Yeah, using eggs from anywhere is actually really, really good. But normally what I would do is I would, looking at it more so now, I would probably bake them. Some people say that you don't need to clean them out or rinse them out. You just put them on a baking sheet and bake them at a low temperature to kill off anything in there. Some people say do wash them and bake them. Some people say you don't need to bake them at all. You just crush them down. I like to powder mine as much as possible. So I've ground mine down before into like a really nice powder. But I really like using them in the garden. I think I did have a difference, especially with my tomatoes. Someday I do want to try doing the entire, you make a hole for your tomato and you crack and break open an egg in there and you crush it all up and then you put your tomato in there. I was watching something recently where some people think that it's actually just the gases, that you don't get as much nutrients from the egg itself. The first year that you crack and put an egg in the soil, it's mostly like the gases and the liquid nutrients that your plant gets or a benefit from the first year, and then the second year the rest of the egg it gets support from. You could boil them? I mean, I feel like then you would need to compost it. I don't know if I would do that in a pot. Mostly because if I can find them, I might actually grab like, put a worm in each one of the pots. Part of me wants to do that. I think I'd feel more comfortable putting an actual egg in there if there's worms in there. I don't know why, that's what it makes me think of. Okay, I need to bring some more of this soil over so it can cool down. Let's move my used soil over so I can sterilize that. The topsoil is nice and cool, but yeah, the stuff underneath, definitely not. Oh yeah, that's definitely still steaming. I love this planter. Absolutely love it. It's probably one of my favorites. Whoop. Just got some soil over there. Let me close that back up. Spread that out so it can cool down. So what do you guys think so far? We all learning things together? What is everyone else's plans for this evening too? I was thinking about planting all evening, but I might actually wait to do more of a garden stream tomorrow. I want to do a few more things today But I'm definitely liking this gardening stream during the day. Call of Duty. I like your plans, Tiny. I like your plans. I still need to do taxes this week because I was going to do it earlier this week. I had an appointment, which that appointment did not go well. Um, so I needed to do some other prep work and stuff for other things. So I do need to do taxes sometime this week. I want to get it done this week. But I also want to look at doing more garden streams this week. I want to see about Kason possibly streaming also with him if I can. Ooh, yes, unless Kason wants to play Repo. Yes, Tiny. That's exactly what I was thinking. That is exactly what I was thinking. Oh, come on. Pull down faster. Put some the bigger mulch pieces. So one cool thing about sterilizing soil right now is that I'm actually really excited to look at doing a sterilized substrate of some sort. Not necessarily soil, but it could be like straw in the future, or potentially shredded paper, but I'd rather do like shavings or mulch of some sort and do mushrooms and grow actual edible mushrooms, as far as like lion's mane or bear claw or oyster mushrooms. Oyster mushrooms are very delicious. I don't know if I can grow white cat mushrooms. Are those easy to grow? I always feel like when people grow mushrooms, it's always something like lion's mane or oyster mushrooms. I've seen people take mushroom stems from the store and crush them up and mix them with a sterilized soil or substrate like straw and actually grow mushrooms. You saw a compost bin at a resale store? You almost bought it? Ooh. Depending on how much it is, sometimes it's a really good investment. It just kind of, sometimes it depends on what it is, I guess. They're a really good investment though, compost bins. I do miss the compost bin that I built. I'm really excited to build ones in the future. Like super, super excited. Okay, is this cool down enough? Not yet. I know, I keep moving it around hoping that it'll cool down faster. I'm hoping that's cooling down faster. I think maybe when I stream tomorrow, I'll see about sterilizing a bunch of soil first. I also do want to wash the rest of my containers and stuff like that. Even my containers that are newer, I want to see about washing those before I actually plant things in them. It's one of those hard plastic ground container or ground composters. Ground composter. Are you talking about something where you have to dig into the ground for it? I know that even any type of compost, you always want to make sure that you have something to put in it. So if you're using like food waste and stuff like that, that you still put like a brown in it. So like shredded paper or leaves or something like that. You live in a high desert, so your compost bin isn't a bin at all. It's a hole in the ground. Everything above ground tends to mummify. Oh, I totally get that. I totally understand that. Do you do a lot of like passive watering? I've seen a lot of are they called olays? I want to put together my own terracotta blocks or pots where you glue terracotta pots together after you've sealed up the bottom pot, and then you pour water into it from the very top hole and you bury that in the ground and it slowly leaches out water into your garden beds. I want to put some of those together. I have some in a box in my storage unit, so I obviously can't do that for these, but in the future I do want to look at doing that. In Arkansas, the best compost is in the gutters. Are you talking about like leaf compost? Oni! Oni, hello there. Thank you so much for the subscription. Oni, thank you, thank you. Oni, have you also moved? But welcome on in. I do love green things. I love green things a lot. Oh, you are in Cali now. Oh, that is amazing. I saw pictures of the cross-country road tripping, so I didn't know if that was you moving or if you were just going to visit or what, but that is so exciting. How is the kitty loving it? Is the kitten loving it? It's common to see plants growing out of people's gutters because they don't clean them out. I can definitely see that happening. I know quite a few people that's happened to. That's so terrible though, because, or just for your house, because then the roots can grow up and into your roof. I've seen that happen before. He's doing good. Still working on him being friends with the Rui's kitty. Sometimes that takes time, but I hope that it goes well. Soon they'll be best friends. Best friends. Oh, that's so exciting. Okay. Let me get some of the soil off my hands. Let me just use my apron. All right, I'm gonna prep out some paper towel because I'm actually going to clean off the ends of this aloe plant where I cut off the leaves again. I probably shouldn't do it directly to the plant, but I'm going to, just because it's been sick for so long. Okay, plant, are you ready? So I'm, oh yeah, I just touched it. Okay. Yep, we're gonna grab just a little bit more peroxide. Yeah, part of me wants to go ahead and take honey and put it over the top of these. Just a thin amount, not very much. There's my garbage bag. There it is. So does that mean it's really warm in Cali where you are right now? You know what? I see a little bit of orangish up here. Let's go ahead and take that off. I'm pretty sure these are root nodes though, so I might actually keep those under the soil. Maybe? Or I can leave them above. I can always add more soil to it. All right, now the fun part. To hold this up in the air and to fill in soil around where the roots are. So my aloe plant, if you watch the beginning of my stream, you'll see how big this aloe plant was before. It looks like I need bigger pots. It'll be in transit, so I do want to get like a huge pot. I do have another big one, but maybe later this year I'll look at potting it back up again. I want to look at getting it back to being healthy first. Ooh, hey, there's a rock. Before I look at putting it into a big, huge pot. Because I might look at repotting this again. if it doesn't get better. But I'll wait until this fall maybe to repot it again. I might have to on my walk with Remi walk somewhere where there's trees and get some sticks. Do I have any sticks here in the apartment? Technically no, but I could look at taking some cardboard and cutting it down. No, that wouldn't work. If I let it go, will it stay up? Maybe? I don't know if it'll. Some soil just went on the ground. It's been pretty mild, which is nice. That is good. I know all this week it's supposed to be above freezing out here in Idaho. And I feel like it's a false summer. I just know that we're going to end up getting snow again. But I have tons of frost covers and plastic. So we're going to start the garden right now. For the next 10 days, it's supposed to be above freezing. So I can get as much stuff planted as possible before I go on my last work trip. Because then I'll be home. Okay, don't fall over. It's slowly falling over. So what I will do when I set this out is I will make sure that I will place it to whatever side, so the sun will be on this side, because what it'll do is it'll slowly pull that plant up right. It mildly looks like a palm tree that is a weed cursed. Can I name my aloe plant Palm? I don't want to name it Cursed. It is really sickly though. So when I cut off some of the leaves, they smelled so bad. Oh, that's smart to do it. I think it'll help it a lot. And I live in an apartment, so I'll just have this facing the apartment, and I don't want to set it out over top of the on the outside of the ground because I don't want someone else to take it. But yeah, I think that'll be really good for it. I'll see too if Remi and I can find a stick on our walk. We might have to walk a ways to find a tree to find any sticks. Otherwise, what I might have to do is I might just have to take some string and tie it around and then tape it to my sides to make sure that it stays upright. What do you guys think? Do you think that'll work? Palmala, the aloe plant? Palmala? Okay, maybe I do need to pick a different name. What's another name for cursed? Is there another name for palm or for cursed or for palm? I can't believe that worked right now, that it's actually vertical. It hasn't been vertical like that in a really long time. And I think that's why it probably also became diseased. I wasn't uh, where my plants were, I wasn't there for it. I do feel like I need to move the soil away from the trunk a little bit though. There we go. I know that I'm pretty sure those are root nodes that were growing underneath. I'm wondering if I would have removed all of this dry material. I'm wondering if there would have been root nodes. I could name it Allie. Another word for cursed. How about Faye? Oh, I kind of feel like I would be naming my plant after Shay. I suppose I could do Faye because then it has all these little pups. I feel like I should name it Loki because look at all the pups that it has. It has all these pups. Oh, I definitely need to put more water in there. You like Loki too? And Loki always seems like he's cursed. Alright, it's Loki the aloe plant. I like that. Do we need to name the little ones too? I think only probably naming the one that I know for sure will make it. The other ones I'm always a little hesitant to, just because they only have so much, or they have very little root structure, where this one has a lot. So we could look at naming this one. I don't want to name the mint plants. I don't feel as confident for the mint plants. I'm not sure why, but I just don't. We could name this one Allie. I can't believe how big it is. This is how big this aloe plant was when I got it. Maybe a little bit smaller. Maybe it was only like this big. And now look at the difference. It's my longest surviving plant. Huh. That's pretty cool. I'm really, really sad though. So I threw away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stems. Right, is that all of them? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 7. I threw away 7 leaves today. Oh man. That's mega craziness. Alright, y'all. Well, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to look at ending the stream, but I will go live in like, let's say roughly an hour, because that'll give me time to clean up the soil, probably put some more soil in and put boiling water over it to prep for tomorrow. And that way I can also set it out here to cool down for tomorrow's garden stream. But I want to look at doing some other games. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and end the stream. Let me go ahead and we're going to run some end credits because you guys are all awesome. Okay, end credits. Where are you? Because then we can play some games later. I like this idea a lot. A lot. But go ahead, if you end up going to someone else's stream, do your own hashtag puddle duck raid. And if not, turn your notifications on so I can see you back here in a wee bit. I don't know what I'll be streaming yet, but you'll know when I know. Alright, y'all. I'll see you later. Have a good night. Bye. Bye for now.